Discover the game-changing updates with Sorcery TCG's new draft kit. From fixing side issues to unveiling a new avatar, this video is especially important for you if you are into limited play, so let's get into it and let's see some gorgeous art.
Sorcery Contested Realm just announced their new draft kit. In this draft kit, you're going to get 48 sites, 12 of each of the 4 new sites, and you're going to get 4 copies of the new avatar, the Spellslinger. All these beautiful new arts are for our new type of lands, and these lands are the spires, the streams, the valleys, and the wastelands. The most beautiful art by Kyle Calisans, and we're going to dive deep into both the art, the sites, and that Spellslinger.
So far in Sorcery, every site has done something unique, but this is about to change with the new draft kit, because the new sites in the draft kit only provide you with threshold and mana, so you could compare them pretty much to a basic land in Magic that only generates mana for you. This is going to be something new because in the draft kit you are going to have these basic sites. So that means that when you are drafting, if you pull a site from a pack, that site is going to have a higher power curve than what you're used to. So pulling a tower is going to be important, pulling a desert is going to be important, because that's going to put you a little bit above and beyond when you play limited. Besides making ordinary sites a valuable pool from a draft pack, it's also going to fix another issue that we have mentioned earlier and that we're going to dive into later on in this video.
The first site that we're looking at here is the Spire. This only provides mana and threshold, but it provides a beautiful vista overlooking this spire that is in the right corner of the art. There's a beautiful sun either setting or rising further out in the distance, and just in the top right corner you have this beautiful bluish purplish night sky with loads of stars on it. I really think this art is beautiful and has a lot of depth, and also just the coloring on this piece of art is absolutely magnificent.
Next up is the stream, and that is the basic site for water. In this we see a lush forest with a gorgeous stream running through. We also see rays of light going through the treetops. It looks really serene and calm, and it's a great piece of art. Also check out the time capture that Kyle did, because it really highlights how this art was made. It's really great to see.
This art is for the valley site, which of course corresponds to the earth element. This is a beautiful agricultural pastoral landscape with this very nice little fence. And again, I really appreciate how this beautiful art has a lot of depth to it due to the way that he designed these different rolling parts of the valley. There's also a really nice, warm, vibrant, almost red orange toned hue to this art, and it makes it look very warm and very welcoming, as opposed to the next land that we're going to explore.
As Sophie just mentioned, the next site is the absolute opposite of what we've seen so far. The other sites have been really calm, beautiful, serene landscapes, but the wasteland, that is the fire site, looks absolutely terrifying. The landscape looks rough, burned, scorched, and has this really nice fire feel to it with a lot of black, yellow, reddish colors.
So why was this kit even created? We of course have sites in the regular booster box packs, but just like in the old days with Magic the Gathering, it is actually an issue to have enough sites if people want to play sealed or even draft, because there's not enough sites to support those types of gameplay in the booster packs themselves. So what LGSs had to do was either to open a lot of boxes and then have their own set of ordinary sites that people could play with, or they had to ask the players, actually like we did at Ask Your Mask, to say, hey, if you do have any sites, please do bring them along so we have enough for everyone. With the new draft kit, that problem is actually solved, because now you have enough sites to hand out for gameplay, and you even also have the Spellslinger, so people no longer have to breed their own sorcerer. But more about the Spellslinger in just a moment.
If you're enjoying this content, please leave a like, a comment, and consider becoming a subscriber, because we are racing towards that 3,000 subscriber count, and you can help us reach that number. Thank you.
Our Spellslinger is the new avatar for the draft kit, and I really love this art. We have him standing on sort of a hill that looks very dark, and he's hooded, so he's continuing on the principle that we saw with the beta avatars, that most of our avatars are hooded, and you can imagine yourself as that avatar in its stead. He also has this very apt name, the Spellslinger, and you can see in his belt he has several extra spells to cast besides the one on the scroll that he's already holding. You also have this really cool looking castle in the background over to his right. We would be amiss if we didn't just mention this really cool shout out to the winning agenda and and Jesse. Jesse, who did a lot of sorcery content before becoming a member of the team.
The new Spellslinger avatar is going to replace the Sorcerer as your go-to avatar when playing limited formats. Earlier it has been the rule that you could just always use the Sorcerer as your go-to avatar if you didn't pull any other avatars from your packs. The Spellslinger is definitely a power decrease compared to the Sorcerer, and the Sorcerer has been established as a very powerful avatar, and a lot of decks revolve around its card draw mechanics. This is going to make it much more interesting pulling a Sorcerer avatar from your packs, and also pulling any of the other new avatars that we got with the better precons, because these avatars have also established themselves as some very powerful avatars, and we see some deck types such as the Rouge Geomancer, the Spark Mage, and also the Bird's Air avatar. Even though the Spellslinger is a nerf, we still think it's very interesting because you get to start with 4 spells in hand, and this might be a viable strategy for many aggro decks where you have to have a lot of creatures on hand to just go bang 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 with that aggro tactic.
The Fowle Spellslinger will also be the convention promo for 2024. So at Gen Con, at booth 2766, you can go grab your Fowle Spellslinger as this year's promo. But not only at Gen Con, the Spellslinger will also be the promo card at Spiel Essen in Germany in October and at Sorcery Con Las Vegas in November.
The first time we see this new draft kit in action will actually be at Gen Con, where there will be some limited play. So if you're going to Gen Con and you're trying out the new draft kit, let us know down in the comment section how they actually work. We look forward to hearing from you. Do notice that in a deck you can have any number of the new draft sites. But if you are playing the Pathfinder's ruling that you can only have one of each site in a deck still holds true. So you cannot just fill up a deck with the basic sites.
There has been some speculation if this draft kit is in any way going to affect or change the booster pack composition of Arthurian Legends. There has been some concern that it might mean that we're going to get fewer ordinary sites or just fewer sites in general in the pack for Arthurian Legends. Right now, it looks like this is mainly going to be a fix for limited play, so draft and also sealed. If you are a private consumer, you should also be able to buy these draft kits for your at-home play.
And speaking of at-home play, are you looking forward to playing Arthurian Legends? And are you just looking forward to the set because new spoilers just hit and you can watch our video about the new spoilers up here. Thank you to our YouTube members and our patrons streaming down below. And remember that for only $3 a month, you can also become one of the cool kids streaming down here. So thank you for supporting the Cardboard Guy.
So thank you so much for watching this video, and we hope to catch you in the next one.